Well, hello there, YouTube. Some coyotes out there. Man, what an amazing difference from yesterday. And it didn't end yesterday. Last night was crazy. It was like a tropical storm coming through here. It is nuts. But it was just complete peace and calmness out here. The calm after the storm. All you hear is just little birdies here and there. Hear a distant log truck going down a road somewhere. Can't miss them howling tires. Alright, today is October 12th of 20. On October 12th of 2000 was the first day I started at Pro Caliber Motorsports, or actually Longview Motorsports. It's now Pro Caliber. This is my 20th year to be with this company. How about that? 20 years and a going. 20 years today, Mama.
I know it.
Isn't that something?
Work anniversary, hub.
Yeah.
Hard to believe. Doesn't seem that long.
No, it doesn't. I was thinking about that when I was taking my shower. I was going, man, it was like no time ago that I started on Vandercook in that old 1926 building.
Yeah.
Used to be the Honda car store. That old building went through a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Well, if it was built in 1926, it went through quite a bit of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's head to work.
All right.
Well, there, little woman. It is Monday Fun Day.
It is.
Looks like it's getting nicer.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely cool out here. It's 54. There's too many things to look at on that thing. All right, have yourself a wonderful Monday.
You too. Bye-bye.
Love you. See you. Bye. Bye now. So I was showing you guys on the Milwaukee 8s how you could take that lever off of a Milwaukee 8. Look at that lever. Never in a million years would you get that thing off. Runs right into the inner primary cover. But what had happened is this had moved about 3 or 4 millimeters out where there was no threads left or splines left of the shift lever, and it was just free spooling. This is a power steering unit out of the 990 Twins. The 1330s are slightly different, not by much. Right inside here is where that torque angle sensor is. That is not a replaceable part. The shift angle sensor actually rides on the end of the shaft, and with the kit you get a new seal and nut and stuff to hold it on. Well, not the nut, it takes a really special tool to tighten that nut, and it's like a 4 millimeter thread. Let's see if I can find this thing here. Takes this weird little, takes that weird BRP tool, and it's just like this 4 millimeter threaded nut, and it's aluminum, and it has a magnet inside of it, so you can't bang anything around. So you tighten that nut, and then the steering angle sensor is attached to a bracket that just basically hovers over that. And that's going into this one. This is what he gets, and it is. And this is what I was telling you about, the craziest thing. A guy showed up the very next day with a 2011 that did the exact same thing. It wasn't my, see the engine light off to the right? There it goes. So he comes pulling up, and he wanted to know where to park. And I said, well, just drive it up the hill there and to the guys, and that way you don't have to walk up there, and they'll find the place for it. See, there's a secondary warning down in the trip area. See the small one? Then every once in a while the big one will pop up. But so he's standing there. I said, you in there for that? I look, he's got the big red check DPS. So I do the Control Alt Delete thing there, and it's a P051 and a P052, exactly the same as what this one was doing. My son got it, and So the only resolution is to go into buds and try to reset the torque offset on it. If it will not set, you got to replace the DPS unit. Not a serviceable part. But that thing is so sensitive. I kid you not, it's so sensitive that I can grab this thing with my fingers. This is a solid metal shaft, other than a gear that runs off to one side that passes through, and it looks, see, there's the beginning and end, and like I say, there's like this fanned gear that's in there as well. But the torque angle sensor is sitting here, and what it does, it sees where this is at, and it can determine the flex in that pipe. You can literally stick this thing in a vise and you cannot make that piece of metal move. But I can take my fingers and go like this, and you can watch on the gauge on buds, and you can see my input. That's some crazy technology. That's why that is not a replaceable part. And if you, this nut for the steering arm, where the not a pitman, I forget what you call it, but anyway, maybe it's kind of a pitman type of a thing. That's where the tie rod end's attached to. The nut that's on here is really hard to get off. So I rolled it over until it hit, these are the stoppers for it. I rolled it over, leaned so it wouldn't have any shake, and I hit that thing with the air gun. It shook it. Just that shaking transferred and killed the torque angle sensor. Yeah, I was not the hero of the day with that one. Not a good deal. But I cleaned off all that K1600 stuff. It's all piled over there now. Because when you do a DPS, this stuff gets in the way. So what I do is I take the trunk, or the front, take the trunk off, and I roll the wheels right to the edge here, and then I lift it, and I'm like standing right at the firewalls, basically at the end of the rack, and I can very comfortably get in there and get to the DPS. With that on there, there's times you got to roll the Spyder back, because, you know, dropping the DPS, it drops out the bottom. Yeah, it's you can do it, but it's not cool. And before I had the Spyder rack, I would literally go to the trouble of taking all of that off, and it's a pain in the butt. But with this one, I just boxed everything up for that K1600, and here she is. We'll get her hooked up. Kind of scares me. It's got car tires all the way around. Like, really scares me. Hope it's not wet when I test ride it. So this is a box that the Harley parts for Shawn's Road Glide Custom. They just threw everything in that. It was just something they put oil on the shelf. So, you know, that's cool enough. I'm going to take that thing home. A little special box. Has Hogan Dogan on it. Alrighty. We're here at the old Wally World. Haven't been here in a while. I've got stuff in the truck. I didn't want to leave the truck out here by itself. So Kelly went in by herself. She said she's grabbing a few things. But you know how that goes. She'll fill that back seat up back there. Because I'll try not to take too long. It's 6 o'clock now. So yeah, it's getting dark quick out here, isn't it? But I'm just hanging out, waiting for the mama, reading the news and answering comments and stuff like that. Just thought I'd check in with you and let you know we left work. What'd I tell you? Told you she'd fill this sucker up. I was talking to the peeps.
I did it fast. 20
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, that was actually crazy fast there, mama.
I went with the mission.
You were hauling butt.
Get the stuff and get out.
Move it. What's that place going to be? That building wasn't there.
That's that red leaf.
Oh, that's right.
It's probably open by now.
Probably.
They haven't come here in a while.
Yeah, it's been like a shocking amount of time. We've been very good anti-Walmart people.
I know it.
And we've been seeing from the freeway they're doing something on this end lot, and now we can tell by the roof this will be a huge gas station.
That's gonna be cool.
Man, that Chevron station out there on the other, by the freeway over there is not going to be happy.
No.
Look at this idiot. Do you think this is a racetrack, woman? Holy crap, really?
Well, they got stickers all over the window, so I don't think that they just white open.
Oh.
But very close.
Oh, some Walmarts have gas stations. I wonder if they're building a big Walmart's gas station.
It looks like it's going to be.
Yeah. We haven't had any in our area. Got Safeway ones, but no Wally World. And no trains came by while you're in there.
Aww.
There's the choo-choo tracks. That's the main line tracks. Same tracks that when I show you guys. They were here or they were coming here.
Yes.
Them beautiful skies. We're coming down the hill. We're looking out over the Columbia that's right there. There's fog rolling in. It just looks really cool. Might be able to get you. The windows are so dirty you ain't gonna see nothing nohow, but there's a ship sitting there out there in the Columbia, if y'all can see that in the distance. Cool. It's nice to see Kalama with no smoke or anything around it. Look at all them engines sitting there, mama. Yeah, buddy. So I thought I'd start on this nightmare project. That's a lot of parts, huh? Ryan's telling me this axle nut up here, because we gotta replace this shaft. He goes, that's pretty tricky to get off there, Paul. So I was gonna pull this thing out here and see if I can knock that nut loose, see if it's peened over or whatever. Get that axle. If I can get that loose, I'll pull all the broken fender stuff off. But we discovered something when I washed it that we didn't notice, because this cover or saddlebag thing was completely covering everything. Oh, I guess I could point at it. Got a small problem right there. Ryan says that's a pain in the butt, because it all that tub and everything is all. He goes, you ever done one of those before? I said, not that I remember. He goes, you ain't gonna like it, Paul. And usually when he says that, that's a bad sign. There's a couple of clips and stuff, so Kelly printed everything off with parts list, so I can go through and get part numbers. We might even have the stuff that I need. So anyway, let me roll this thing out, and I think I gotta take the wheel off. I think the little rubber hubcaps are captured in the rim, if I remember right. What I was afraid of. The axle is staked. See how this is softer metal around the edge, and there's that notch in the axle, and you take a punch or whatever and go whack, and that becomes your lock nut. I don't think I have anything here to de-stake that. Let's see what we can find. Well, I was able to. If you guys have ever used the de-staker tool, you'll know that in the end it doesn't look like that. But at least I have it close enough that it's weakened it. No damage to the axle. And of course you got to replace that nut every time, and I do have a new one. So I'm gonna put the wheel back on. And it does have that captured cap. And it used to be those were kind of rubbery, and you could loosen the wheel enough that you could squeeze it and pull it out. Well, now Yamaha's made them harder plastic. I think they did that because a lot of people lost them. But man, is that axle bad in there. I was rolling this thing around and it kept locking up front. So, you know, I have to have the wheel on the ground. I just got that old Harbor Freight jack underneath there. I didn't think it even lifted, but it lifted enough to get the wheel off the ground. And that's on here. Rock solid. Thing works phenomenally good. But let me see if I can. I don't think I'll get it broke loose, but not without a big gun. But we'll give it a try. Alright. With the help of a little woman, holding stuff, and an old, and I do mean old, snap-on air gun. Nobody uses air anymore. Everything is all these fancy electric ones. It took some rumbling and whop, 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 whop. But she's off. But I gotta take the caliper off to get it off. Listen to that axle. It's like it's not even attached. See the shaft? That should be moving as well. There's my mangled nut. She ain't pretty, but I got the job done. And old faithful. I've had that since I was a teenager. That's pretty scary.
It'll work.
Yep. Alright, Mama. You about ready to do a little goodbye vlog?
Yeah.
Alright. Put some stuff away here right quick. You're in the dark all of a sudden.
Happy dark.
Alrighty. Well, hello there, YouTube. That took a long time.
We haven't seen you in so long.
Yeah, we haven't left the shop. But, yeah, that was fun. Little mama out here helping me fix the old quad.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a worrisome task that if I had to either buy a tool, or Ryan says, I'll loan you my big old Milwaukee. Got 400 and something foot-pounds. I think that's on force. I think it's even more than that off. Some crazy. I mean, that's an electric gun to go. Yeah, that thing's bad. She's tough. But they're expensive. But he works on stuff that he needs, things like that. So
Yeah.
anyway, I think we're gonna call it at that. It's 8:30. We left the girls inside. They're probably sitting there on the couch going,
I know.
Are they coming back? Or are they gonna leave us in this house?
Yeah.
Looking at Annie going, what are we gonna do if we have to go to the bathroom?
Yeah. Where are they?
We're gonna have to break a window or something?
How do we do this?
Yeah. Alright. That'll be it.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up. And you guys have a wonderful Tuesday or Wednesday.
Heck yeah. On these dark nights, we have to
We
just
work on stuff.
we have to start working on that project over there.
Yep.
Get back into the old project stuff at home.
Oh,
Haven't
yeah.
done that in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Shovelhead Harleys.
Hubba, you have honeydews first.
Alright, see you guys in the morning. Thanks for watching now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.